like 2 minutes late, but it's okay. We will go ahead and get a move on. So last week, see, I am so unprepared. I haven't even changed all of our names. But last week we did a doozy of a game, I'll say. It was a good time. But last week we did Mundane Anime Microbe World, and I can't even begin to describe the blast that we had. Yes. Yeah, it was a mixture of Zonalar and Nicolas's contributions. So that was a lot of fun.
Right on.
Alrighty, and you can see at number 9, roll again, but make an anime is still there. So the option still lingers. So without further ado, we will go ahead and get a jump on this and make sure I have my Sophie's dice. There we are. So I'll go ahead and roll a d4 and see who is going to be GMing this puppy. Got number 1 myself, number 2 is Nicolas, number 3 Crispy, and number 4 Conway. It's gonna be May. Awesome.
Ooh, awesome.
Sweet.
Right on.
I think this is my first time with you as a GM, actually.
Me too.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Cool. Sweet. So I will go ahead and Crispy, because you're our esteemed guest, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20 for me?
You got it, sir.
See what setting we got.
We have setting 16. It's a Western.
Western. Yes.
Love Western.
Oh my gosh. I have been waiting for one of these to pop up. Now I get to do all of the accents and deliciousness that I want to. Cool. Let's see. Conway, would you like to roll a tone for us, my friend?
You got it. Let's see. This is the 8.
Action.
That's a 7.
Mundane.
What is that?
Mundane again.
That's okay. Okay.
You need to change mundane place. Like 7 is cursed.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think this is the 3rd week in a row we've rolled mundane.
Oh yeah, you got it.
It may not even be it may be the 4th actually.
No.
Executive decision. Up to the group, really. Do we want to re-roll the tone just because we've gotten it so many freaking times?
Absolutely.
Whoever wants to re-roll tone, raise your hand.
I do. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Conway, go ahead and roll tone for me, buddy.
Don't roll 7.
That's a 2.
Action.
Yes.
There we go. Sweet.
Oh, man, this
Heck
is
yeah.
awesome.
A classic.
All right. Action Western.
Love it.
Kingmaker, we are doing a special D100 system that I just kind of pulled out of my tail end. We all kind of put some ideas together. It's up on the Discord. It is in its own project channel, so you can find it now. It is up there. Super dead simple. Just D100 roll under. Cool. So, action Western.
Every now and then, it's good to get a setting that actually makes sense. That you don't need to spend like 10 minutes even like cohering your thoughts to have something that actually works. You know?
Yeah, totally.
I want to play like a preacher man or something like that.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Preacher man.
Awesome. Cool. So as far as premise goes, we have several different options. With it being action, I am more inclined to go kind of run-of-the-mill, shoot 'em up type stuff. Let me think of... So I guess we could start talking about character ideas and get into some character creation.
Sure.
So I would say, Conway, you go ahead and what are you thinking as far as a character goes?
Right, I think I want to play a preacher. I don't know if the entire group wants to do something more criminal or if we want to be the good guys, but I think a preacher would work for either. Just depending on like the flavor of preacher, I suppose.
Sure.
Mostly geared towards a social interaction, I guess. But also decent with the gun, I think. Would be pretty cool.
All right. Nicolas, what is the first thing that's coming to your mind, buddy?
There's 2 options. I thought I could play like this Mexican black powder enthusiast, like Dynamite, you know. Because leaning too much into traps, but it would be cool. Perhaps a bit too happy with the explosions.
Sure.
Okay.
I was thinking about something like that. I mean, probably a fugitive.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Or yeah. So if the group goes with we're the good guys, then he's trying to change. If not, he's not trying to change.
Okay, that's cool. So
Alrighty.
Conway, you're more of the traveling preacher is what you're going for, or just the local father of the dusty western town? What do you think?
No, I don't think I'm gonna be the local preacher. I'm gonna be perhaps a rather controversial one. Never stays in one place for too long, or he gets chased off. You know.
Gotcha.
Whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, really.
Okay. I'd love to play cowboy. I'll be your hired hand cowboy.
Sure.
Saddle tramp kind of guy.
Nice.
That I don't know what would the connection be, Nicolas, between you and I.
I think we could have been traveling together for a while now. You know? Maybe we cover each other's combat in combat scenarios.
Okay.
Sorry, I was I zoned out. Did you say you're gonna be like a bandit or something? Or just cowboy?
I want to be a cowboy, like just a
kind
of a rambling man cowboy. Maybe I've got some aspirations to be something bigger, like a deputized ranger.
Ooh,
but right now I'm just maybe it's in between
a veritable Barney Fife.
Yeah, maybe it's in between that. Like maybe I'm like, you know what? I'm not quite sure. It's going to go one of two ways. Either I'm the vicious killer gunslinger, or I'm Wyatt Earp. It's going to be.
Well, if you want to be a deputy, then it would make sense that maybe you're trying to take Nicholas's character to the sheriff, while I'm like, we can redeem this guy or something like that. That would be pretty cool.
Sure. Or yeah, exactly. Or
that would be an interesting dynamic.
Okay, so I've collected a bounty on this outlaw Nicolas, and we're trying to take him into the local lawman, but I'm having second thoughts. Maybe this.
Oh, it's really cool.
Maybe it has something to do with this preacher. I don't know. Can someone change? Won't matter because it's action. So I've got my 6.
Oh, true. Yeah. We're talking about all these themes, and then we just walk through the road and get in a shootout. Yeah,
it's gonna be shootouts. Nicholas's gang trying to free him.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Maybe a character versus character thing.
Yeah. No. I was thinking more that Nicholas realizes that like we're good guys. Like we don't want him to hang for like the corrupt sheriff. Then his gang shows up, and like it's like, oh shit! Like, do I need to protect these cool guys from my gang or something like that? That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe I've got Nicholas on some kind of minor thing, but he's actually way more like he's upper echelon in some bandito thing. I don't know. Nicholas is your character. You should decide.
Yeah, no, I feel like that makes more sense.
Roll, yeah. Rickroll Nicholas into something he doesn't want to do.
My hands are tied. No, I think that makes sense. I think my guy, he is a little bit of a rascal, but he's not evil, you know. Like he probably is okay with stealing, but like he doesn't want to hurt people on the, you know. Or maybe he rationalized to himself what would make it okay to steal, you know. Maybe like kind of a Robin Hood thing. I don't know. So I'd be okay if we start with my character being, you know, taken by yours.
Well, it is ultimately a action-based game, right? So we have to keep that in mind as well. What do you guys think? Do you think it makes sense? Or like an action-focused game? Maybe it does.
310 to Yuma comes to mind.
Again, I don't know. I don't know if it's too much, you know, looking into the future, but that could be the start. But that doesn't mean that it will end this way.
True,
you know, something much crazy can happen, and they have to survive. You know?
Yeah, this does put us in a more reactive position, though, because what we want to do in character is rather simple: take him to town or something like that. And then it's more on Uriah to be like more proactive in that regard, which is
Mhm.
fine. I don't think.
Well,
you
so
try-
here's an idea that I had, at least for the starting point. So the town is called Snake's Ridge,
Got it.
and what if Conway, your character, was having like a tent revival?
Sweet.
I envision
yeah.
I envision Snake's Ridge as being this like really new settlement. Like their roads are not really that developed. Anytime it rains, anytime there's water, it just becomes mud slick as ever. You know, boardwalk pathways and that sort of thing. Very much the beginning of Blood Meridian. If any of y'all ever read that book, just sort of. It's great. You got to read it, Crispy. It's
I'm writing it down right now. Blood
Yes.
Meridian.
Blood Meridian.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Cormac McCarthy.
Oh,
But yeah,
McCarthy, yeah.
but yeah, just kind of this like really new, not really established fully. Lots of risky, sketchy characters coming through, that sort of thing. And Conway's trying his darndest to set up shop there, basically.
There's so much immoral inadequacy in the West.
Mm.
My character needs to fix that. I also like the idea that my character is maybe a little bit of like almost like a spy master in a way, because he's just a preacher set up in a tent, but there's a lot of people that come to his tent, so like he hears everything about town, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How he picked up on Nicolas' character being taken to the sheriff, and he doesn't like the sheriff most likely.
Mm-hmm. So do we want to start at like the tail end of a sermon or something like that, or like as the people are sort of dispersing?
We could do that, or we could just start with my character already being taken to like the one river ford that they need to go through to get to town.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, yeah.
There's like a stable boy or something, like the Nick.
So your guy is being taken captive alongside mine? Is that
No. What I was thinking is my character is the preacher, so like he hears everything about town, and your character got captured. So my character wants to like intercept you on the road, and try to reason with Rusty, telling him that the sheriff is a bad man, and then we'd probably get attacked or something action based,
Mm.
Cool. So, just to make sure that I'm right, Conway is coming into the town. You said you're taking the ford across the river to get into town.
Yeah, but I'm trying to intercept the other two characters that I heard about. Because
Gotcha.
I heard that someone's going to be taken to the sheriff, and the sheriff's most likely going to make him hang or something because he's corrupt or something like that.
Sure. So you're trying to get in the way of that.
We're on horseback, right? Nick? Pablo?
Yeah.
Pablo?
Yeah. Probably.
How do you say the middle name? Polvorin?
Polvorin.
Polvorin.
My name is Rusty. I'm going to get that wrong.
It's fine. It's not like I'm saying it correctly.
Gag, Nick, because I'll keep calling you wrong things.
You're just fine.
Look, hombre.
I don't know, like, because I'm Ty, like, are you? I'm just like laying on top of the horse in the back. Maybe you have
you'd be on your own horse, and your hands are tied because I'm taking you in.
You're just kind of trailing it along,
and I've got the lead of your, like I've got the reins of your horse, and they're tied to the horn of my saddle. You know what that is, right? You're Brazilian, so you should know that. So the horn, like I've just tied them around, and then I'm leading you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me play some Western for myself here.
Yeah, that's right. Get it playing.
Cormac.
Ezekiel.
Classic name.
All right.
Zeke. Nice.
I actually like this name.
Okay, just doing my.
Y'all have no idea how excited I am to have.
And the only voice you can hear is Crispy's.
Yeah, he's still describing.
I'm
like,
still talking about
the leather on his
sweat-stained cowboy hat. It's the extra layers of felt and all that. Yeah, no, I'm going to try to rein that in.
Cool.
Okay, so we got.
And let's say the sheriff of the town, his name is Sheriff Hartman. Is McCormick the founder of the McCormick Spice Company?
Maybe some off-brand cousin, the crazy one.
Yeah.
You know,
He sells a different kind of spice. Not that
250s now 40.
awesome. All right. Everybody else is getting their character sheets put up and put together and squared away. Got names. A couple different ideas.
Oh man, I'm gonna die.
I'm putting in Discord the true soundtracks I found. I think maybe if you want to, like, for yourself, you know.
Yeah, just to have it play in the background, give you the vibe.
Yeah. You got like a normal one and a more excited one.
That's cool.
One skill. What skills do you like? What you add 20 to whatever I'm good at? What do we get to decide based on our background or what?
Yeah. Whatever your character would be good at, you can add a 20 to those pertinent skills.
So like riding or something. I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
Rope work.
Right.
Riding. Shooting.
Roping.
got specializations like preach, lie, moralize.
I've got shooting, drinking, right? Roll.
Really, the 20% is kind of our way of doing like inclinations or aspect. I think we're ready. Nicolas, you good?
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, gotta get my strikes in.
Cold rain, pelts, the various hats, various roofs and eaves outside of the town of Snake's Ridge. Heavy mud puddles begin to fill the walkways as shopkeepers begin to lay out their boardwalks. The thud of wooden planks splashing against the ground. To the north, a ford is brushing up against the shore as a sea of people begin to disembark.
I walk through, following along the water line. I turn back to a rock and once more wave off the bar owner's son that brought me there. I thank him once again and keep walking along the shoreline, looking out.
I rock slightly in the saddle. So rain streams down. It soaks my cowboy hat, dripping off the edge. I keeping my head down. I look behind, checking on my prisoner. Hey, hombre, you still awake back there? Getting your shower this morning?
I look up. My hair is all droopy on my forehead. My mustache drooped as well. I just nod with dead eyes. I'm completely wet without any sort of protection or hat or coat.
One of the men on the dock cries out, "All right, everybody off. All right, all of you. All aboard, going back across, as the transferring of people begins.
Seeing the crowd of people walk into the barge, then looking out and seeing the lone horse, I pass by, not walking into the barge, instead peeking out the face of a man, ginger hair, but just a mess, water running down, strands of hair stuck on my forehead as I wave over. Hey there, son.
The dock worker, seeing quite busy with the chaos that's going on, he turns to you and says, "Yes, sir. How can I help you?"
I take a step, looking more dignified, clad in black. Is this here the what'd you call it around town? The old Devil's? And I nudge towards the water.
Yes, sir. He sort of looks over on the.
This here river has a ford over here. I'll have the money to get in.
As the last few people come up, he shouts out,
Traveling on the South Road, I spur the horse forward a little bit. I take out a cigarette from my pocket. Turn back. Senor, I haven't seen your rescue party, and you see those buildings up there? I point. That's our destination. The metropolis of Snake Ridge.
I have my head turned towards the sky with an open mouth. After a while, I let out a spit some water, whip my wet hair out of my face and nod tiredly.
Sitting down by the tree, I warm my hands slightly, looking towards the road south.
My chestnut-colored horse, wet now, little faster pace, splashing in the muddy road, nothing much more than a wagon trail. As we come over the ridge and I see there Snake Ridge beyond. I pull up on the reins slightly to slow, allowing the trailing horse to catch up. I turn over to my prisoner, take the cigarette out. I offer it to him.
My hands tied. I lean in closer to catch it with my lips.
What do you figure, Pablo? Is this where we all end up? Some muddy, rain-soaked hole in the wall? Is there anything more than this? Should rain cascades off my duster and spread over my horse's saddle.
The now fully wet cigarette. Well, you could have let me go. If anything, this is your fault.
I turn, incredulous. How is it my fault? In some bounties, I might get noticed. Steal
barge going across the fjord. People.
Well, it looks like we're not the only one. There through that rain, you can see there's a barge, a bunch of other people. Maybe your rescuers in there, Pablo. Let's go find out. I spur the horse.
I chuckle, trying to balance myself without with my hands tied.
My horse moves quickly over the mud and puddles, entering into the southern part of Snake's Ridge.
I look up towards the ridge, figure there, horse, man pulling it. Some of the water on my forehead goes down, and I have to blink as I get up. Well, this looks like it, and I start walking down towards the over by the river where one can ford. The old bridge still broken there.
From the back, I speak a bit louder so the rain does not muffle me. And what do you plan to do with my bounty?
Well, I'm gonna buy me a new saddle, maybe, but more than that, I gotta get myself over to Cincinnati. I hear they're swearing in deputies. You know, out into the territories.
Come
Ain't
on,
free getting there. You know, it's gonna cost me some coin, and I ain't got nothing but $5 to my entire name.
I shake my head. At least do something more exciting with my bounty. It's gonna cost me a cold and quite a few years inside a cell.
You think you're going into a cell? I say as I spur the horse a little bit. My friend, you're on the frontier. Snake's Ridge ain't got no jailhouse. It's got some gallows. They don't got a lot of patience for cattle wrestling here.
Sound of heels hitting the gravelly road, approaching the two of them. Howdy.
I pull up.
Man in black and red liturgical robes waves over. Howdy there.
Padre, awful wet, I say as the water cascades off my... Better be careful, you almost ran you over.
You know what they say, son? Ain't no rest for the wicked. I take a step around, almost circling the horse a little bit, looking behind it.
I smile. With my hands tied, I do a little wave.
We know all about that wicked. We got one resting on that horse there, soaking wet. Look at him, like a drowned rat. Just about to take him over to the lawman here.
Is that the case, son?
Sorry, what was that, Padre? Didn't catch it.
Is that the case, son? I take a step closer, talking louder against the rain. Because I only know one lawman.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess so. I'm sorry. I'm not real familiar with Snake's Ridge. Just on my way through. Just finished a cattle run.
I interrupt. Hey, Padre. Did you know that the Antichrist steals 5 heads of cows every day?
So I've heard. You're not acting for him, are you?
Really not. I'm a man of faith. I cross myself.
Well, ain't that the truth?
Doesn't that
What's
make
your
it
name, son?
worse, Padre? I say as I turn back. You know, man of faith like this one. I hook my thumb over. Stealing
We all have
cows.
skeletons. We all have skeletons in our closet, son. Why do you think he died for us? You think you were perfect, he wouldn't die for you?
Well, I don't know about that. All I know about is there's a bounty on his head, Padre.
Well, back in the day, the devil worked with the Roman Empire. Now they're working with another empire, son. Point back to Snake's Ridge.
Well, you'll have to take that out.
I yell in the back, "Hey, man!"
And now you don't start with me. I level my finger. We've traveled too many miles. I've been most accommodating to you and your whatever traditions from the Mexico parts. You can't say I didn't treat you right. Wasn't it just half a mile back, I tried to give you a cigarette. You didn't spit that out before taking it.
I stand in silence, completely wet. Just whip my hair, water splashing.
Well, no, there ain't no
Most
need for that.
accommodating, yes.
We're just getting soaked out here, and I got a place to be. I tip my hat towards the father.
Well, the rain's getting worse. Why don't we wait a little bit down there by the tree? Nice place. Here's the thing, though.
Tree. I mean, you see the boardwalk down there. It's just on the other side. That's the sheriff's office, as you say. Oh, we're almost there.
Hey, Desperado. Why don't you at least let the priest bless me before my blood is on your hands?
You can do that once I hand you over.
How about this? How much are they paying you for him?
Are you going to buy his freedom, Father?
No one can buy one in this territory, son. It ain't one of those states.
I thought so. I spur the horse and start
I'll wait
Moving
here.
around.
And I start walking after him.
I just tip my hat again, kick the horse up a little bit, moving down the muddy main street towards the sheriff's wooden shack. It's wooden boardwalk in front of it.
I
Split to the side and start walking towards town as well. Quite a few ways
I
behind.
yell to Rusty. That'll give you at least a few years in purgatory. There.
Well, then I can enjoy warm a seat for me. I pull up the reins in front of the small, looking up and down the street, the pouring rain.
On the front porch of the sheriff's office is one of the older deputies, Mr. Salavat, corncob pipe in mouth. Hello there, Rusty.
A good spot of luck here. I jump post there in front of the jail. I walk over to see how Pablo is. Start helping him off the saddle.
Almost touching noses with Rusty. So kind. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's not because I have any animosity towards you, sir. I look over and I see a drenched, black, cloaked priest on the rope. Oh. Come on, let's get this over with before the padre gets here. Start walking
on.
the steps.
You promised.
Yes, yeah. I turn to the old timer in front. Oh, can we get inside? It's soaking here. It's raining. Cats and dogs.
Ezekiel.
Turn to the right, going down the road to my tent. Ready. Wave over. Hey, get some clothes ready for me. I get in to change myself into something dry.
The old timer shakily lifting himself up out of the wicker chair says, "Oh well, just come on in. The sheriff's out right now. He's handling some business up in the north. But y'all can come on in."
I stand next to Pablo with my hand on Pablo's left arm, just making sure you don't slip with his hands tied. I walk up. So I stop in front of the old timer. How long do you think the sheriff's going to be? We're going to have to wait long? I mean, there is a small chance he's got a rescue coming.
I nod with like a mocking face, like
pulling the door closed behind him. He says, "Well, it's hard to tell. If the valley floods at all, he could be cut off on the way back. But no worries. If he gets cut off, no doubt his rescuer is going to be cut off as well. We'll just put him in the cell there." He sort of gestures over to a well-loved cell.
I nod and make my way to the cell, guiding Pablo.
I turn my head towards Rusty. Well, I'm gonna miss your company, Desperado.
Well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to put up with me a little while longer. As I close the cell door and gesture for Pablo to move his hands up so I can take the ropes off his hands.
Do so.
Inside the tent, fixing my collar, bitter patter of water on the canvas above. I walk out, call one of my close confidants. "Hey, yo, Jason, why don't you come here? We got a little trouble brewing in town. Don't want another one of those people hanging for nothing. Let me tell you all, why don't you get a little crowd of my folks out here? You know, the true faithful. Oh, and tell Stevenson to bring my rifle too."
Jason, this sort of younger, hopeful, nods and looks up, and the note taking in his own mind says, "Rifle, got it, rifle, okay." He turns to leave the room.
Fix my collar, look at my snake hide shoes, and walk out.
I remove the rope from Pablo's hands, turn around and walk over to the little stove in the corner. I start warming my hands. I take off my soaking duster and hang it up on a little hook on the wall. I turn over to the old timer. You got any, I don't know, coffee or anything, or something warm that we can drink? Take the chill off.
Well, of course. He turns to this sort of shoddy looking stove off to the corner with a coffee pot sort of sat on top of it. The big steel coffee pot. He pours out some in a little canteen mug, sets it on the edge of the desk. Off to the side, a voice calls out towards Pablo, saying, "There's nothing here for you, my friend," as a man sits in the cell immediately to the next.
I sit down, removing my boots, water pouring down. And you, why are you even here though? Why are you here, man?
He nudges his hat off of his face. The hat of a unique make. It is two different cowboy hats that have been sewn down the middle, creating an odd sort of double hat. He says, "I'm just here waiting for salvation." A wide, toothy, yellow smile.
Ain't we all, Paul? Doing the same with other boot now. Ain't we all?
Quickly, I dash in between the two rows of buildings, trying to step away from the puddles, just a little bit wet on the top. I swing open the doors of the sheriff's office, walk in like I own the place, wave over to the old timer. Hey there.
Well, howdy, Reverend. What seems to be the trouble?
Just a goodwill visit, old friend. You weren't there on the last time we had our sermon. Is everything in the right?
Oh, everything's just peachy. Have Mr. Emmett here bringing in another poor unfortunate soul. You know how this business is.
Oh, I know far too well, son. I look over to Emmett. I met this fine young man. I'm just here for my official duties. And I walk in. May I speak to the unfortunate souls among us? The more unfortunate.
I take off my soaking wet cowboy hat and use it to gesture towards Pablo. And then I hang that up. I take the cup of coffee in this tin mug over to the bars. Say, Pablo. I pass him the steaming hot coffee. You might need this more than I do. And my eyes kind of rest meaningfully on the Reverend.
I pick it up. Gracias.
A dinero.
Yeah, I hope you get plenty. I look at the priest, bow respectfully.
Their name's Pablo, huh? Oh, ain't that just a good old thing? Out here in New Zion, just to be tied up and sacrificed. See how it is. Take a step closer.
Yeah, it is.
So, son, what are you in for?
I stole some cattle. Just a few heads. Can count in a hand. Was a rich man. Not a good man either.
Well, son, I think your biggest crime here is being 12 miles off west. Because if were just that length over to the east, then yeah, you'd have a good old try on your hands. I think you're gonna swing. And I dropped to my knees close to him,
I walk
over
over,
my head.
seeing this. I put some distance between me and the Reverend. Walk over to the old timer, and in a low voice, I say, just nodding over to this strange cowboy hat wearing criminal. Hey, what's his story? He doesn't look good. Looks like trouble.
The old timer sort of gets a little bit close. He says, "Oh well, we think that's one of them. They're members of the Double Hat Gang, or a
I
new
didn't think
upstart."
They were around here. Heard rumors, but
Well,
never seen one myself.
he sort of hushes his voice. He says, "Well, apparently they're immigrating in from down south, sneaking in and wreaking havoc all across the west here."
I lean up against the desk and rest my dominant hand, my right hand, on the white handle of one of my 2 pistols on my belt. Just look at this 2-hat gang member.
He grins, places the brim of his double hat back down over his eyes. From outside, the cry of a voice calling out for people to repent and escape the judgment to come. The recognizable voice of Jason outside of the sheriff's office.
Low murmuring in Latin. My ears perk up and I pause, hearing it. Stand up. Well, Pablo, I think that what we got here is a good old shit of luck on your side. I walk over to the window, looking at my crowd of people. Calm down now, I wave over to them. I'm sure that the law and cooler heads will prevail here, gentlemen. We're all trying to do our best here in the land of God. And I turn around. See you, Rusty? I told you the sheriff's bad snake. People around here don't tolerate him much anymore. Still want to take that silver?
I did a job. My hand stays resting on the handle of my pistol. And it's just right that I be paid for that job.
How much they're paying you?
$5.
And what are you doing with $5, son? It's a lot of money.
I don't see how that's any business of a man of the cloth. Maybe I'll gamble it all away. Maybe I'll drink it all away. All the same, I did the work. I should get paid.
I'm
I
leaning
look past the Reverend at the
bars.
crowd.
I'm leaning on the bars, holding my metallic mug of coffee, listening to the whole thing.
I can get you $3, son. Right now. Clean cash. Oh, one more thing. Your eternal soul. That is going to help a lot as well.
That's true.
I walk over to the bars, put my hand out for the cup of coffee.
Extended. There's a smudge of coffee in the bottom.
How does that make you feel, senor? Your soul's worth $3? I don't know if you should be insulted or what. I look at the dregs of coffee in the cup, swirl it around a little bit.
Well, at least it ain't worth nothing.
The old timer turns with a bundle of rope in his hand, sort of testing it, pulling it. Well, I reckon that'll have to do. He feels around, pulls out a pocket watch. I reckon you've got a couple hours left, son, to make your final arrangements. We'll proceed with the festivities. He turns.
Old timer.
In
got-
Old
the
timer.
rain.
You're not talking about this one yet. I mean, we got to wait till the sheriff gets back, don't we? Or are you talking about that one? I pointed the two hat gang member languishing in his cell.
The old timer, seeing the confusion, goes, "Oh, my apologies. No, I do mean this fella here. This one's a wicked vagrant, part of that evil double hat gang. We'll make sure we dispatch him rightly."
The Ezekiel leans back slightly out of the building through the window, getting comfortable. He looks at Rusty. Well, I think it's the same difference, son. Because when they get the hangman's out, then we're lucky if not another innocent person swings as well. Heroes don't like doing a lot of trouble setting the thing up just to hang one man.
Well, the way I figure it, Pablo, your best bet right now, sit tight. Like you say, you plead your case to the sheriff. They're going to hang that man. No loss. But like you said, extenuating circumstances and all that.
I walk back into my cell. I sit down, shaking my head in silence.
The double hat gangster sort of sits up in his bed, placing his hat back on top of his head, and he says, "Oh no, senor. I will not hang. And that is a fact. You'll see. You'll all see."
I walk to the where the tin coffee mug was resting before, and I place it down, turn to Ezekiel. How much are you offering for that one? Or is he not for sale? Just this one, $3 and such.
I chuckle. Devil owes his due, son.
I turn back to the double hat gang member. Well, you heard it. Padre says your goose is cooked. No salvation for you. I still hold out a little bit of hope for that one, though. I point at Pablo.
You haven't heard the tales, Rusty.
What tales?
I turn towards the old timer. I don't enlighten him.
He looks and says, "Well, what is it exactly you're talking about there, son?"
Maybe it's something I heard from a faithful. When he was done with that gang of people out a few miles north, we could barely find a piece of him left.
Meanwhile, I discreetly walk over to the next cell with the double hat ganger. Like, hey. Psst.
He looks to you.
You got us a spot whenever they come to rescue you?
Are you asking me if we're looking for more people?
I shrug. I can help.
He stands up from the bed. A rather tall, lanky fellow walks up. He says, "Just stay out of the way and get out of the way of the bullets. You should be okay. Suddenly, a commotion can be heard outside. The rain now sort of beginning to lighten up. Cries of voices, women screaming, muttering in between can be heard. People talking about the sheriff. The sheriff? Is that the sheriff?
Oh, I lean out of the building, looking out. Looks like time's up, Mr. Emmett. Hope you made the right choice. And I'll walk out, not wanting to be seen inside.
I look back at Pablo in the cell talking to the double hat gang. My hand drops to my pistol, one of two. With my hand still on the horn of the pistol, I walk outside onto the boardwalk in front of the jail, following Ezekiel.
I run towards a jail cell, tiny barred window, standing on tip of my feet, without my boots still, trying to see the commotion.
On the road leading north, there's a horse clopping, walking at a slow gait. On top of the horse, a man is seated, hands affixed to the horn of the saddle, and no head atop of his shoulders. The people begin to grow more and more restless.
I'll cross myself and lean back into the building. My rifle, I shout out and put my hands through. Disperse the crowd, Jason. Do what you can.
Stephenson tosses you your rifle, and Jason begins to call out, "Clear the roads! Everybody back to your homes! Clear the roads!"
I run off the covered wooden porch of the jailhouse onto the road, past the two horses that are still tied to the post out front, and I run towards this headless corpse tied to his saddle, pistol in my right hand.
The gleam of a well-polished tin star is caked in quickly, ever wet blood from the rain.
I reach up to the sheriff's headless body. I pull him off his saddle onto the ground. Check again. Sure enough, the sheriff. I mutter, I wonder if it's too late for the $3.
From inside the cell, still catching a glimpse of what's going on, I say to the guy on my side, "Is that what you're talking about?"
He, the man in the cell, sort of craning his long neck to look out the window, has this big wide grin on his face. He lets out a loud whooping yelp of adulation. Slaps his knee. "That is exactly what I'm talking about."
Low one round.
I'm not
to
in
my
it.
rifle. Close it. Take a step closer. Is that part of your doing, Pablo? I point my rifle at him.
The old timer. Whoa, hold on now. There's going to be no bloodshed as far as I'm here. Hey, listen, if you want to do this stuff, you got to wait to see him hang.
You've seen the sheriff? I point outside. Sheriffs can't even hang anymore. He's without a head.
I yell from the jail, Not my work, nor my fellas."
I remove the sheriff's badge, stick it in my pocket, and then run back past the two horses, up the couple stairs onto the porch of the jail, into the jail itself as the road clears behind me.
Ezekiel's eyes looks angry. He turns his rifle towards the other man and takes a few steps closer. Well, you got any last words, son?
I'm sitting on my bed, putting my boots back on, just my eyes darting to everyone in the room.
The old timer reaches out a hand and rests it on the barrel of your gun. His other hand on his pistol at his side. Says, "Now, son, if you can't play nice, I'm gonna have to put you away."
I'll lower my rifle. Damn. That sheriff was the snake, but he didn't deserve that. They're coming for us.
Grab the ring of keys on the iron ring. I grab it off the hook on the wall. I move to the cell that Pablo's in. I unlock the cell. We're leaving.
Seeing the clinking of metal, I turn. Mr. Emmett, what are you doing now?
I'm taking this here, my prisoner, before that. Whoever did that to that sheriff is sending a message. I look over to where the double hat gang member is. Got his snake eating grin on, my pistol in hand. I said, "They're here for him. I'm clearing out. I suggest you do likewise." I open the door. "Come on, Pablo, let's go."
Muy gracias por me soltar, mas like I'm shaking my head like with a thin smile.
Let's go.
I don't think you were thinking straight, Rusty. You think you'll fare much better than the sheriff out there in town by yourself?
We're not staying. We're leaving.
Oh, good luck. If they can get the sheriff, they can get anyone else on the road. At least here, with a good shepherd taking care of the flock, you have a chance, you know?
You should listen to the padre.
What's the plan then? We're going to just shoot it out here? You with your rifle? It's not enough.
The old timer walks in front of Ezekiel and sort of hands out in front of him saying, "Everybody just needs to calm down. Everybody needs to relax." And a crack of thunder sounds, quickly followed by the sound of breaking glass and a wet thud as a bullet rips through the window, through the head of the old timer. He falls to the ground.
Get down! I yell.
Oh yeah!
I jump through the open door of the cell and try to cover Pablo.
I drop to the ground, my rifle, a few feet to the left. I turn towards the dead old timer. I just crawl over to him, hold his hand, start murmuring.
Hey, Desperado. I point towards your other gun. Let me defend ourselves.
I hesitate for a moment. Weren't you just talking to that guy? I gesture to the still grinning double hat gang member.
Still fully aware. Yeah, what I'm supposed to do? I was in a cell. What else could I do?
Keep my head down.
Oh no, son, that's my gun. Here, I still some blood on my hand from giving this man his last rites. I reach and I grab his pistol, pull it out, toss it over towards Rusty. His soul's pure, son. I think you're gonna help. And I start crawling towards my rifle.
I reach out, grab the old, well-worn pistol from the old timer. I take it, I quickly check it. All right, Pablo. but don't you go shooting me in the back. I'll take back all those nice things I said about you.
Ay, gracias, with a big smile on my face. I pick up. Don't worry, Desperado. You were kind enough.
Second pistol comes out in my left hand. All right.
More thunder roars in the distance, lingering longer than normal. The thunder turns to hoofbeats on the ground. They grow wet. Up in the distance, horses.
One of them's an overwatch over to the west. Don't look at any windows facing westwards. I think you can hide there, Emmett. And I point to one of the corners of the room. That ridge to the west is dangerous. But if they want us out this house, then we're on the upper hand.
I crawl on the floor, on the wooden floor, wet from our boots, from being outside, towards that corner, covering the opposite side, trying to look out the still open door of the jailhouse. When I get to the corner, I turn to this double hat gang, with one gun trained in his direction. One word from you, and you're through. I will put you down.
Wouldn't that be less cost of lives if you let them go?
They're already shown, Pablo. They're willing to kill in cold blood. Look at what they did. And I point to the corpse of the old timer lying on the ground.
Loss of life, Pablo. What are you talking about? If they get off, they'll be rampaging through the west.
I
here to defend
scratch
McClaw.
my beard with the pistol. Ay, ay, ay.
The sound of footfalls rushing quickly towards the door as a rep, Sheriff, looking around at the corpses.
When I get shot.
A hair's width away from removing head. I sort of, get out! Nearly lost your head.
Another crack of thunder. Another wet thud. As every memory, every thought that this rotund youth ever had is splattered on the wall behind him.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, God.
People
They're
begin
just shooting
to
anyone.
flood in the streets. The chaos from the dead sheriff still sort of settling in.
I start acting as if I got shot, and I drop down on the floor, still holding a pistol in my hand.
I look over to where I left the iron ring with the keys to the jail. I've got an idea, Reverend. Yep. If you reach those keys, toss them over my way.
Oh, of course. My eyes start racing, but fear takes me, and I crawl on the floor towards the keys.
I holster my left pistol.
Lift him up, toss him over towards Rusty.
I grab it with my left hand, and then crouch down. I move to the cell where the double hat gang member is held. I keep the pistol trained on him as I insert the key into the cell lock.
The door unlatches.
I reach in with my left hand, grab at the gangster with my right. I keep my revolver pressed up against him. You're getting us out of here. And I back out of the cell and then point him in front of me facing the door with my pistol squarely in between his shoulder blades.
On the floor, I just open my eyes. I try to see if I catch Ezekiel's gaze.
Ezekiel is scared, looking at Rusty, then to the west. A shot open on him. I peek my gun over, trying to look at someone out there in the western ridges. Someone trying to take him out.
I lean in close, keeping the space between me and the gangster as close as I can. And I whisper into his ear, "All right. You're going to make sure whoever is shooting at us sees you, okay?" And I walk him to the edge of the door. Stepping over the dead youth's body, his skull a bloody mess on the floor.
His hands in the air, still this grin on his face. The sound of the thunder, now the hoofbeats. Off in the distance, the horses are much, much closer. They've slowed though, getting closer to.
Start sighting my shot on anyone up on the ridge, getting overwatch over to town.
Go ahead and make a roll.
Fail aware roll. Too many trees, the rain dragging the mud down. Can't quite seem to find them.
I still feigning death on the floor. Like just check around, see that only Ezekiel is there. Starts standing up. What is your plan, Padre?
My plan? I still got some of my faithful out there, and they're all armed, as any good crowd is. I'll tell you what. As soon as the tide starts turning and we bring down one or two, folks will join in from the town. We got one rifle in each one of those windows out there.
Hey,
I think we can bring them down.
If you can get my hands on some bomba, dynamite, I can help.
Oh, damn. The key I tossed over to Rusty. There's a good old armory over here. I started looking for the key to see if Rusty dropped it.
I stand.
The key on the ground in front of the other cell door.
Why don't you go get that key over there, you Mexican opossum?
I put the pistol on my belt that does not have a proper place for it. Rush towards the key.
Rusty.
I stand right next to this gangster. I put my back up against the wall of the jail. And then I pull him in close. So he's standing right in front of me. I say, how many? How many are coming for you?
He sort of cocks his head to one side and says, Ocho, nueve, 8, 9.
I say, you didn't bring enough men. And I put 2 shots into his back and drop his lifeless body on the boardwalk so his head falls forward off the stairs, and then I dart back in the jail.
What is the armory, Padre?
I jump as the
We're gonna have company. It's like back into the jail.
Well, you just kicked the damn hornet's nest, son. Armory's over there, and I point over to the left side of the building from the entrance.
I've already opened up the cylinder on my revolver, and I'm taking from my bandolier a few rounds and replacing
Can't do anything overlooks out there in the ridge. Couldn't quite find them. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
I say we
I rush.
make a run for it. We can't stay here. Cross the street.
Hey, espera, aguarda. I rush towards the place we want. I'll make a good distraction. Testing one key doesn't work. I flip to the other one, trying to get the right one to open the lock. The door.
You should expect 8 or 9. I figure with your extra guns, Reverend, we should be able to even the odds.
You
Plus,
mind
I
tossing your
twirl my pistols and put them back in my holster.
You mind tossing your hat over, Rusty?
I go back to where I hung up my wet duster and I take the wet hat off the hook. This is my lucky hat, Reverend. You wouldn't take that from me. And I put it on my head.
I do hope it's lucky. Because I was thinking we could put that on that there body, and I point over to the old timer.
Isn't that lion? I toss my hat over to the Reverend. I like it.
Grab
they
it.
are interrupted by a loud bang. I shut the lock on the door. Kick it up.
What are you doing, Pablo?
I cannot find the key.
Jeez.
Here,
The sound of gunfire going back and forth as some of the true faithful have begun to fire back at the intruders.
Oh, that's the People's Zion I've been talking about, Rusty. Here, I grab the hat, put it on the body, and I prop him up over the desk that he was sitting behind with one of the weapons on his hands, like lean to the side. I'm taking my side over there, and I hide in one of the corner of the rooms.
Having finished reloading, I look over to where Pablo has just shot off the lock. What are you doing? What are you working at over there?
Take a look at this. I throw back a rifle. There's so much in here. I'm rummaging. I see one box written dynamite. My eyes glint.
I move over, looking over Pablo's shoulder. Really? I think we got our distraction.
They're not going to flank from the north of town because that tall bar over there has second floor. Got some of my faithful, and I think that's where the shots came from. So they're coming from the south side. They're going to look right into this here, nice defender of the law here, and I point to the corpse with the hat and the gun propped up. We got a chance, Rusty. You said 9, eh?
Yeah, 8 or 9. Plus whatever your faithful are able to wing.
He ain't the best shots, but they're ready to fight for their land.
All right, Pablo. I look over nervously at Pablo and the...
I'm stuffing like every nook and cranny pocket that I can with sticks of dynamite.
Take a couple steps back from him.
Dropping some on the floor. They roll a bit.
Got that nitroglycerin over there? I mean, how old is that? Is that sweat on the end of it?
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
In the back of the armory, there is a two wide double doors that swing outwards, and a requisitioned hand cart or hand wagon.
I call back, Reverend, get over here.
But damn it! Already having like forced my back on like a rather comfortable spot. I get up again. Damn it! Not as young as I used to be. I hug the wall as I approach. What is it, Rusty?
I said, how good are you with that rifle?
I did a job back in the war, but I ain't the best.
I prop my head out of the busted door, still smiling, wet. Where is the hat of the strange fella? I got an idea.
Not another hat idea.
You and your hats. I walk over to the hand cart. I start looking at it. Okay, axle's good. Wheels look good. All right, here's what I'm thinking. Reverend, you get in that cart. I'm gonna wheel you out. You'll be laying in that cart. You should have some decent cover. We're gonna make a break for the street. You can blast them from the cart. We're trying to get over to where your folks, your people are at. You said they were at the second story of the saloon. Where were they?
Oh, yeah, right across the street. Yeah.
Right across the street. Good. So I don't have to push this too far. Meanwhile, we got you, Pablo. And if you want to get that hat, I'm sorry. It's on the corpse of that gangster. I left him laying over the boardwalk in front of the jail. But maybe with those boomsticks, you could give us a little bit of a distraction. You're just going to get across the street with the Reverend here in this handcart.
Okay. Good plan, Desperado. I'm already holding a stick in my hand. I rummage through the office.
I raise my robes as I get on top of the cart, make myself comfortable.
Yeah, lay down there, Reverend. You don't keep yourself too exposed. I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to be pushing this, which means I'm not going to be able to shoot. It's on you to shoot whoever's shooting at us. Hopefully they'll hit
I'm
most
bashing
of the
some
cart.
of them against rocks. I get comfortable. I lay down, but I have my rifle on the rim of the cart.
Seeing the Reverend is ready, I walk over to the double doors on the far side of the armory and I unchain the doors.
Wait. No, in the deputy's front desk, I pull out a little spark starter. Let me throw one first.
Okay.
They're not expecting.
I'll wait for it.
I rush towards the door. Doesn't. I look at it, eat a little bit of the whisk first. Okay, uno, dos. And I prop myself and try throwing as much as I can.
Last minute. Oh, Lord. Take the reins, Lord.
Yeah,
Flies
you said
off.
that all those prayers, Reverend, because this is going to be super dodgy. And then with a bang, I hear this massive explosion.
Okay, bye, anda. I start pushing Rusty's back.
Not my back, right here next to the cart. As I stumble forward. Come on.
Shaky hands, the whole cart shaking as it moves through. With difficulty, I aim a shot, looking more to drive him off than to actually hit.
Throw all my weight behind this cart. We slam through the now unchained double doors, slipping on the mud, yelling over to Pablo to put his back into it.
Outside of the double doors, kneeling in front, a double-hatted man is there fiddling with some small red cylinders as he is just plowed over with a large cart crushed under wheel. He shouts, "Aye!"
Perdóname! I help push the car.
As we pass over, the cart bumps over the now prone man. He catches one of my stirrups in the side of his face, ripping it open. Quick! Shoot that gun, Reverend! Come on!
Open the lock, shakily put another round in, close it, aim it down as we're passing by the man. I shoot. A ton of mud shoots up as I miss his head by a few inches.
Oh, no.
Mud splatters on the wheezing man's face. There's some internal bleeding, definitely. A voice calls out and says, "What in tarnation is that thing?" As the sound of begins to ring out. A man standing on the back of a horse-drawn cart, wheeling a giant crank as another one is there holding on for dear life.
They've got a Gatling gun. Reverend, shoot that man. Pablo, we got no time. Run.
I'm pushing as much as I can.
My boots are sliding
Dropping
in the mud.
a few sticks
Pushing.
behind.
Break the rifle again. Oh Lord, got my hands. Pull it out. Put another round in. Aim towards the Gatling gun. Shoot wide. Hit a window, glass shatters everywhere. It's just like the war, son. You gotta keep going faster.
Or he didn't tell us he was the one with the bows and arrows. I take one hand off the cart, pull my pistol, and just fan the hammer in the direction of the. I'm not even trying to hit anything. I'm just shooting wild, but I shoot very well. As I fan the hammer and all 6 shots ring out.
The man who is attempting to control this Gatling gun is struck in the meaty part of his shoulder. He shouts out a "son of a" as the he attends to his arm. The one now who's been turning this crank says "Festus" and begins to attend to his friend. The Hellfire pausing.
I stop pushing the cart. I dig for a stick of dynamite, trying to light it again to throw in time. Yeah, arc towards it in a perfect arc going in their direction.
I drop the still smoking barrel of my spent pistol into the cart and then put my shoulder in it, trying to move it some more.
Oh, we're almost there, Rusty. You're about to hit the boardwalk.
The explosion of the dynamite sends splinters of wood as into the air as one of the wheels is disintegrated. Along with the wooden shrapnel, there is quite a bit of pink mist as the one who was shot met his demise in the blast.
Like duck at the explosion and trying to catch pace with them.
Woohoo, we got him, Pablo. The front of the cart hits the boardwalk. I'm nearly pushed off. I just have enough time to grab the pistol. I fall off the cart and begin crawling into the saloon. Come on, Rusty. You want to stay out there now?
I vault using the edge of the cart to keep my balance in the slick mud. I make to the boardwalk and follow the father into the saloon, calling for Pablo to hurry it up.
I'm running, like hugging myself, keeping all the sticks together, legs flying, mud flying behind me. Estoy yendo.
The Eastern Ridge sniper, seeing Pablo's arms filled with dynamite, attempts to steady his aim and lay a round into the bundle of explosives. Difficulty 25.
It's a defend, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
A bullet whizzes by, striking one of the sticks of dynamite in your arm. Make a finesse roll.
Barely. The dynamite stick gets flown out to the side instead of blowing up on me.
What was that? The damn thing is fizzing like a firecracker. Whoa! I lower myself inside the saloon.
Still standing outside of the saloon. The shockwave catches me and propels me violently through the door, knocking all the wind out of me. To go flying in. I land heavily on my back.
Damn, Rusty! I crawl over, grab him, begin pushing myself backwards with my feet as I drag him further inside.
Pablo, the force of the explosion knocks you back into the road out in the open.
I arch in the air.
As a man comes up on horseback, a decapitated head affixed to the side of his saddle, looks down at you, says, "It's quite the fireworks show there, son," as he looks at a pistol in his hand.
Oh God. Rusty, wake up. I slap him on the face. Come on, wake up. God protects those who protect themselves.
I look over at the Reverend. I see his lips moving. It's just ringing in my ears. I look over. He's looking outside. I see outside through this smoke. Still, I see the rider. I reach for my still loaded second pistol from my belt holster.
I am starfishing on the mud, like my blackened. My whole side of my face is blackened with like charcoal. I'm like lost.
God, guide your hand, son. I say to Rusty, although he can't hear.
I see the Reverend's lips moving, laying on my back. I spread my two legs, and between my knees, I try to line up a shot on the man on horseback outside. And I shoot my leg. Bang!
What are you doing? I grab the revolver out of him, yank it out of his hand. Damn it!
The man on horseback, very casually inspecting his weapon, blows some water out of the chamber, cocks it back, aims it at Pablo.
God damn it. I grab the revolver. I turn the cylinder slowly, every now and then looking at the man. Okay, it turned. Aim, my hand's shaking as I let out a shot. 40%. No! The revolver, damaged by the explosion, just explodes in my hand. Too much pressure. The chamber cooking, the other rounds flying off. As I look at my bloodied hand and bring it closer to me. Damn it!
Finger on the trigger. He pulls it, say, 50%. Click. Daggum rain. He cycles it again.
I shake my head now. Still some water flying. Getting back into my senses. I realize what's happening. Oh, no. Espera un poco. Wait. Don't shoot.
He looks to you, says, "And why would I do that?" Still fiddling with the...
Give me 1 minute and I can come up with a very good reason.
Jason, Jason, come here. I know you're behind there, the counter.
The
Go ahead, Rusty.
the pain on my leg, it's a powder burn. My head's, I see that the pieces of my gun fall from the Reverend's hands. I look over to the empty gun, swearing under my breath, ears still ringing from the loud reports of the indoor firing of these revolvers, black powder revolvers. I grab it at the empty gun, snap the cylinder open, and fumble with a round from my bandolier on my around the waist pistol where my holsters are. I grab a couple rounds and shove them in, snapping the cylinder closed and wiping with my free hand at my eyes, trying to steady my aim. Don't have time to fire off a shot yet.
I'm very good with guns and black powder, huh? I could help your band, your gang.
Go ahead and make a roll for me. Do a social roll.
I'm feeling super confident. You saw the kaboom. You saw the bomba.
He gives a sly grin and says, "Well, you got me there. It was quite the show you put on."
Yeah. And look, just a broken arm, huh?
Jason, come here, damn it. You're about to become a man. I try to load one more round into my rifle, but the broken hand can't even hold the damn bullet, and it just spray blood over the chamber. Damn it, take it. I give the rifle over to Jason.
The dull thud of Jason's body as he jumps over the bar. Okay, I'll take it. He loads the round into the breech, closes it. You want me to do it?
Nah, son, God is doing it. I put my hands on his shoulders. Come on, aim a little bit.
Rusty.
I roll over onto my stomach. Shooting between my legs didn't work. With some effort, I crawl forward a little bit, just so I can get sight line out of the open door of the saloon to this horseback rider who's now talking to Pablo. I squint and then fire. The shot is true. It's an excellent shot. Catches the rider.
The bullet grazes his arm, hitting just outside of his shoulder. The force sort of twists him around on his saddle as he sort of sloppily dismounts. Sort of using the horse's cover, he curses, "Son of a," and his gun at the ready.
With his back now turned to me, I reach into the pistol I had previously on me. Try to shoot at from his back.
Success.
Bam! The horse goes crazy. Starts running off. I'm still standing, holding my arm like stiff, face blackened with the explosion and mud. I look like I saw a ghost.
You got the shot, Jason. I put my back on the wall, and I grab a few more of my rounds and start trying to hold them with my hands, my bloody hand. Ah, damn it! I'm still just hold my hand, trying to stop the bleeding.
Jason aims at the man. The crack of gunfire, the horse going crazy, when suddenly his aim shifts. It raises, aiming towards the ridge. As the round whizzes by, the slight glimmer of a magnifying scope is seen off in the distance. Pablo.
I quickly look around and start crawling towards the barn, the building Rusty and Ezekiel are in, very low to the ground. Every time my left arm touches the ground, I cringe with pain.
I roll onto my back, opening the cylinder of the revolver again, and now taking the time to reload completely, giving myself 6 shots, still laying on the floor of the saloon.
The gun blew up in my hand, Rusty. Damn it. I strip pieces of cloth, douse them in one of the open bottles from liquor, wrap it around my hand. What'd you load this damn rounds with? Fucking devil's ass crack powder or something?
Reverend, it's a poor carpenter who blames his tools.
I don't think it's my damn fault at this point. And I keep wrapping the bandages around myself.
You owe me a new revolver.
Well, and you owe God everything. We're all paying our dues.
Then he won't mind a revolver.
On the floor of the saloon, there are 2 more bodies of double hat gang members. In the street, there are 3 more that are rushing towards their leader that was shot.
I'm still crawling now on 4s as fast as I can.
I peek over. Is that Pablo? Oh, damn it. I look at Pablo into the door. I get on my feet, walk out, trying to drag him back, putting myself in harm's way.
Another glint from the scope. A crack of thunder rings out as the sniper attempts to hit you. The bullet misses narrowly. The sound of it pelting against the wood beside you causes your ears to ring.
Guardian angels are working overtime here. And I start pulling him inside.
Where did that shot come from? I say as
On the
just
ridge, you can see the
exploded.
glint. They got a glass or something. I put him inside the building.
Get me a
Yeah,
proper
sis,
rifle.
bud.
I say as I roll back onto my stomach and then crack off a shot at one of the 3 gangsters making their way across the road towards their injured leader.
I've got a gun.
Shot goes wild.
You use your powder, Pablo. You got this. Here, Jason, come here. Why don't you load that gun to Rusty? When he's shooting the rifle, you load the revolver. And when he's shooting the revolver, you load the rifle for him.
Loading another round into the breech, Jason closes it and says, yes, sir. And passes off the rifle to Rusty.
On the floor, still half blasted by some explosion. I start checking to see how many sticks I've got left, if any.
Any more damage, probably going to spell the end. Several bits of shrapnel sort of pierced. The three now sort of gathering up their partner, picking him up, and they've got a horse trying to lift him up onto it.
As I see the partner who's injured lifted up onto the horse, I take one more shot, figuring that I'll take the leader out. Revolver, big gout of flame from my hand-loaded hot cartridges spits fire out the end of this revolver, just as they load the injured man onto his horse.
A wet thud as a bullet rips through the man's skull. His body arches back as it falls off the back of his horse.
I drop my revolver and then spin back onto my back, reaching out for the rifle from Jason.
I yell, "One stick! I found one stick, but my throwing arm is broken."
Woo, it's good to be a faithful, I say as the man falls down. I go over to Pablo. I'll help you, son. I'll help him up and put him against one of the chairs so he has a better angle for throwing. Come on, I'll treat your other arm in the meanwhile. And I fall to one knee and begin checking how bad it is.
Okay. I think I lost my lighter.
Ah, damn it! I look back, looking for the lantern is always on in the saloon.
The lantern has been knocked to the ground. The glass broken, but a thin wisp of flame still resides on the wick.
Run over, grab it between my hands, and slowly walk over to Pablo. Here. I hold it for him to put the dynamite on.
Shaking of adrenaline, water replaced by sweat and mud. It lights. I take a deep breath and throw it outside the window at the general direction of the man. Another clean arc. I grunt with pain. Immediately touching my other arm.
The men, all distracted, trying to corral the horse, one of them attending to the dead body of the leader. They don't hear the sound of burning fuse. A moment of silence and then an explosion.
I use the sound of the explosion as my distraction with a grunt of pain and using a nearby chair for support. I stand up from the floor, one hand using the stock of the rifle as a cane. I thump up against an exterior wall and then start sighting, looking at the ridge, looking for any reflection of glass as bits of dirt and flesh and gore fall in the street outside.
In the winding path, the edge of the ridge, very snake-like, nothing is seen. No reflection.
Maybe he's gone.
God damn it. I drop the wick down to the ground, the alcohol-soaked rags on my hand, catching on fire quickly. I start putting it out.
Still, fills the air.
I get out of the chair and drop on the floor just to be lowered to the ground, chest up, holding my arm.
The
think we're all-
debris from the explosion and all that, all the gun, the black powder in the air is stinging my eyes. I take a hand off the rifle and try to rub my eyes to get a better view. Pablo, how are you doing over there?
I look over, almost two-faced with black charcoal of the blast. I'm all right. I'm all right for now. Clutching my left arm.
Hey, Pablo, I was thinking. So I try to clear my eyes one more time. Why don't we just forget about the cow thing? Call it even? What do you say?
From the floor, I look at Rusty, quick nodding really fast.
Hey, Reverend, what's the good book say about a good deed and all that?
So it'll certainly buy you a few drinks up there, let me tell you.
All right, that
I
sounds
mean-
like what do you call that? That's a repentance. That's what that is. Yeah, the good Reverend here can absolve you, Pablo, and then we're all good.
That's what they say. That can only really help if we get the rest. I've been counting. Was that 5? How many did we get?
Let's see, 3, 4 on the other, 5. Might still have a couple more out there. I take out with my free hand. I reach in my pocket. I take out the sheriff's badge that I had taken from his corpse. With the grunt of effort, I pin it to my my duster.
You know, Rusty, I just met you, but I can get the people to vote in for sheriff. Don't worry about it. I think you're a good man.
Oh,
Now load that damn pistol faster, Jason.
you got to be voted in as sheriff? Ah, kind of disappointed. I take one last look up at that ridge.
The rain now beginning to subside. The smoke beginning to clear. No sign of reflection. More people begin to empty out into the streets. Are they gone? Did you get them?
Settle down now, folks. I stand up, looking as presentable as I can, all wounded. This ain't no time to be emptying out in the streets. There's still a few of them out. At least one out by the ridge. I think I saw him. Get everyone back inside, Jason. Get Peterson and get them all back indoors. This ain't over yet.
I hobble from my place at the wall over to a chair near Pablo on the ground, and I sit down heavily in the chair. Just have the rifle, the stock of it on the floor beside me. Look down at Pablo.
My breathing getting calmer now. I'm just looking at the ceiling. Blank expression.
Oh, faster, Jason, faster! And I basically slap him out of the building. I ain't no
He's,
sergeant, Pablo.
He's putting the last few bullets into the pistol and hands it back.
How many guns have you got?
Are you talking to me, Pablo? I
I'm
look
talking
around.
to anyone.
Where's my hat? Anyone see my hat? I need my lucky hat.
I put my hand on my forehead. We'll get your hat to you later, Sonny. Still pretty shook up on that blast, though, ain't you? Look, Pablo, I ain't no surgeon, and I approach Pablo. Mostly used to praying on the wounded man before they go, but I think I can help you a little bit. And I start, I break a leg from one of the chairs, and I bring it over with some rags and start wrapping a splint around his bad broken arm. I think we got 2 guns. That's the best we'll get.
Okay. Oh, just a broken arm. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Well,
Just be glad that the good reverend here is splinting up your arm and not trying to shoot. Put a gun in that reverend's hand, and boy, oh boy, we got to look out for our own safety.
I don't think it was thrice blessed, Rusty. That's the damn problem.
One too many.
Padre. Like, it's okay. I can help shoot with my dead hand.
Over the hill, the quickly leaving sound growing ever quieter of hoofbeats as 3 of the Double Hat gang flee for their lives. One of them toting a nice looking rifle with a pretty good looking scope. And I think we'll end it there.
Right on. Awesome.
That was cool, yeah. I like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Dang, I love
I like how they escaped instead of fighting to the death. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Can I talk about the elephant in the room?
Sure.
About like, I was ready to just die at that point because of the dynamites, but then he
Yeah, I
made me
thought
roll
you were gonna
twice.
die.
So I'm like, well,
Mhm.
then I guess I'm not really dead. So like, I gave myself 3 wounds, and I made myself like be like, a bit bamboozled
Sure.
for like a few rounds.
Right.
Yeah, I think that is the first thing I wanted to mention there.
Sure. I mean,
But then I rolled well on the
Yeah.
thing, on the finesse.
the way that I sort of rationalized it, the finesse wasn't so much. How do I put this? It wasn't so much like giving you a freebie, because I mean, I knew you really hadn't been hurt much at all, so it was more so to see like how far you got thrown.
Oh, okay.
So like that's why I said you got thrown back out into the road.
You're lucky,
Yeah.
Nick. I would have
Yeah.
absolutely missed it.
Yeah.
No, I was
The
confused.
only
That's
weird part was that he rolled defend, and then I think he failed the defend roll. And the guy got
yeah,
him
that's why I
regular
was
hit.
confused.
And then he rolled
Yeah.
finesse again. Was it like a skill challenge that came up from it? If
Yeah.
he defended, he would have dodged from the shot, and he wouldn't have needed to roll the finesse. I thought he was gonna die
Right.
right
So because he was shooting the dynamite, it wasn't shooting him. I think I was trying to go for like,
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe it's
the
the
one wound, right?
Shot it out of his hands or something.
I still
Yeah,
gave myself
yeah.
3 wounds just to. I
sure,
felt
sure,
like
yeah.
it.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and when I saw I have 1 stick left, I was thinking like I cannot throw it because like all my technique is gonna be offshoot because of my broken
Mhm.
arm. So
Oh,
I
right.
was ready to like I was about to guide someone on how to throw it
Sure.
in a way, maybe to give them like a 10% or something like that. But then he propped me on the chair. I'm like, whatever.
That was a cool thing. Yeah, like prop you up in a chair. Yeah, this is our last stand,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
I think it
Softball
was
it,
fine.
underthrow.
I think your ruling was fine. You're right, because it was an action game. I would have taken
Mhm.
issue
Yeah,
if
it's
it wasn't
wrong.
like action based. It's like a
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
action movie.
Sure.
So I can see
Exactly.
how-
Yeah.
I was thinking as well, like, I survived because it's an action movie. Like,
Basically,
like
yeah.
fine.
You okay? Uriah, were you okay with that? I think I surprised you, and I was like, "Yeah, 8 is not enough," and then I just blast him in the back.
That was dope. I was really happy with that.
I
Yeah.
was like, "No, it's
I-
action, man. It's gonna be action."
That was perfect. Yeah.
That was really cool. yeah.
What Pablo was thinking, he asked about the head. He wanted like set up a trap with dynamite for the guys. Like,
okay.
like at least do they know
Gotcha.
that he's dead? But then
Yeah.
things escalated way too quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I also faked to drop dead in the jail.
I love the part when
okay.
Uriah murdered the old man. I was like, crack, and then like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the nice old man is great
Yeah.
voice for that guy too. I was like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah. I had to pull a crispy there.
I yeah, just be brutal. It was challenging at first though with Nick and I, because I was like, okay, well, I don't really like, he's the prisoner, but you know,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was thinking at first to make your character believe that my guy didn't speak English, just because I don't want to talk with him, you know.
Yeah.
But then I thought it would be a funny bit, like just go Spanish, and then at the end, like perfectly English.
Yeah.
I can speak.
totally.
Like no accent or nothing, just perfect.
Yeah.
I liked how it was like I liked how Nick, you were like, is he really gonna join the bad guys? Like, at one point I'm like, it looks like he might be joining the bad guys. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's something I really liked. Our characters, like, they butted heads quite a few times, and it felt like very believable.
Totally.
You know, like when you just didn't even care what my character said and just kept walking out. Damn it, I'm like following after you, but you're faster because of the words. Yeah. That was really cool.
I like the Reverend. I was a little confused at first when Conway, when you're like, okay, well, my faithful are all armed, and I'm like, okay, so it's not just him. He has like an entourage. He's with other pilgrims or something that are all coming in at the same time, and it's all his people, or I wasn't quite clear on that, but then it was like, okay, no, he has a posse with him.
Yeah.
Basically,
so, yeah.
I really liked the moment where my character discovered that the sheriff was dead, because he didn't like the sheriff, but he didn't want the sheriff to die, right?
Yeah, that was interesting, because you're kind of intimating that the sheriff is crooked, and so he's bad too. And I like how Uriah introduced the sheriff. He's like, there's the sheriff, he's headless, and he's tied to his saddle, or he's just sitting in his saddle riding in town. Cool reveal of the other bad guy too, the double hat gang.
Yeah.
That was cool. I
it was a very cool gimmick for them.
I love playing Ezekiel because he was a bit slimy. It's like I don't know if you guys realize, but he walked into the saloon, into the sheriff's office, like he owned the place. But then when the sheriff showed up, like, oh, I'm leaving. I can't stay here. With the sheriff.
There you go.
Like, he's the big guy that he's like trying to wrestle control of the community.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. And I like how like after the whole thing, I was like, you know, Rusty, I can get people to vote for you for sheriff. You know.
Yeah,
I like that like little continuation of it.
Power broker, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
Cool.
Man, I love westerns.
I think I don't know if you guys realize, but I described him like wearing pastor robes, but under it's like a snakeskin shoe.
Oh
like,
I did catch that. I was like, that's kind of an odd descriptor of like for a reverend wearing snakeskin boots. Like,
I loved. Cool. I actually liked Pablo quite a lot because my character and his had a strange routine where like I want to help you, but I don't fully trust you yet. You know. And that was the same thing for Rusty and Pablo. In the end, Pablo was like really helpful to the gang, and him like leading on the ground with the guy, buying his time. And I just love imagining my character like slowly lining up the shot. Right? Yeah, that was such a tense scene. I could totally see like in a movie, or like the guy, like, hang on now, and we're like
finagling every role, and like, man,
I loved the visual of the wagon. Y'all pushing the wagon around to get to the saloon.
I liked how
that was really cool.
There. I was like, yeah, there's a confiscated handcart, and I'm like, well, that's cool. I could see us using that.
Yeah. So. I borrowed a lot of inspiration from like Red Dead Redemption.
That's
the feel that we got. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I always ask this, like, did we pull off Western? I'll say 100%.
Oh yeah.
Action, we did. That was like
easily.
Pace,
It was a little bit slow burn at the beginning. It felt like to me, at least, or at least with I mean, at least for me, with like, I'm still trying to figure out and iron out where to put pushes and stuff like that. Because I never want to, because like there's so much good role playing happening, and I never want to like butt in, say, "Oh, hey, everybody, shut up! It's my turn to talk now." You know?
No, I think pushes are great in an action type tone, and people just start dying around you. Like, now it's time to go. Like, move.
Yeah,
that's great. I liked it.
Cool. Awesome. So, any other?
The only thing I would comment on is on the scene where we're inside the sheriff's office getting shot at, because I think that dragged on a little bit. Like we prepared like different plans. I put the guy like propped up with the hat, you know.
Yeah.
I think that the world should have been a little bit more proactive there. I feel like that's the only complaint I have. But in the end, it went out great,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah,
'Cause
like
I think we
more-
were preparing for a long time.
It felt natural, like in a real situation. You know, people are like they're all doing their own thing until they actually
they-
stop
yeah.
to talk. And
yeah.
What
That can
maybe
be
could have
true, yeah.
helped there is just periodically having rounds go screaming through the jail. Like there's
Sure.
still someone
Sure.
shooting at us, which
Yeah.
keeps the pressure on. So it's like, no, you don't have time to like,
Yeah.
hey, well, maybe we'll do this. No, there's a sniper. He's got a line on us. He's gonna keep blasting us if we can't. So anyway, I agree.
I
that
thought
the movie
about-
was slow.
I thought about having like just people in the streets getting shot.
Mhm.
You know, basically like, you know, a woman running along and she just gets mowed down
Just
or whatever.
down, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I probably could have done the Gatling gun a little bit earlier. Like that would have been a really good like, hey, get out of
Yeah.
the get out of the
out of there.
sheriff's office.
Got
But
a
I think it-
damn Gatling gun,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it ended up working out well because when y'all figured out what you wanted to do, it was like I really liked the co-creation of the armory because that's really what led to like the wagon and everything.
Wagon, dynamite,
yeah.
which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about the armory. I was thinking of like when I get the keys and give them to Rusty, I'm gonna also open the armory, but I just didn't. Right, I didn't get the opportunity. I felt like it was natural, you know. I'm not gonna open up everything there, and it was really cool. Like, oh, I don't know where the keys are because I don't think Crispy described where he left the keys.
I didn't.
cool
I
that
just
he
left. I
left
just
it.
in my mind, I was just leaving them in that jail cell door. Like I just left it there because my
Right.
hands free, my hands tied up.
Yeah, and it was great because it allowed us to each play to our character's strengths, right? Crispy, like the lone gunman stepping out
Yeah.
and killing the guy, and then Pablo was the powder trigger happy guy, and my character just commanding everyone in the back. Come on, Jason, faster, Jason.
Yeah.
That's how I visualize him.
it was a very
was really
good.
cool.
I liked all of your guys' characters.
I really liked how when we first introduced our characters, Nick was like, "I have no hat. I'm just soaking wet."
Yeah.
I felt bad. It's like, oh,
At least give yourself a sombrero or something, man.
yeah, exactly.
My headcanon was that I had one, but it's capture, like
Sure, yeah.
Rusty was
You-
like,
you-
"Yeah, you're just coming."
Like insult to injury would have been having it on you, but it's like corded around your neck and it's just
Yes,
hanging
right.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this half circle on your back is as dry as,
Yeah, I could make a show of picking it up and putting it on your head and water dumping out of
Yeah.
it where it's collected.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Would have been
be
good.
cool.
I did not think of that. I was confused
I
because
really like
Crispy
this
did
game.
the cigarette thing. I'm like,
Mhm.
we're like wet, like
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just give me like a soggy
you
cigarette.
can
like-
tell like I'm new at this. Like so,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I give my cigarette to the condemned man, but
Mhm.
then of course it's
Yeah.
immediately just soaking
Yeah.
wet. Anyhow, I thought that was cool.
Awesome.
How you describe it as going limp and soaked, and spitting it out.
Mhm.
I love the description. This is something we both work towards, Uriah. But I love the description of the ridge because I can very easily in my mind like visualize like the ridge, and then the town is like T-shaped, and like we crossed the
Yeah.
street. That was really cool. I could
Yeah.
like very vividly see that in my mind. That was really cool.
Sweet.
It wasn't that easy of a scene either, but I can imagine like the cart with the Gatling gun coming out on one end and the other group coming out on the other. That was
very
really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. When I brought up the lantern that's always on, I and you described it falling down, like, oh damn, the building's gonna burn down. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah. That would have been good. That's always a good way to like just inject some drama. Just yeah, it's on fire now.
Yeah. The environment's against you now. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
What do you think? This is another game where I 4D'd a lot of problems for my character. I was basically like skipping all my turns technically because I had the gun blow up on me with a
Sure.
natural 100.
Yeah.
And then I was mostly just commanding Jason to do stuff in the background. What do you think about it? Do you think that it? Because I don't know, like if you balance your game for that kind of situation.
Not really. I mean, the way that I kind of put the game together, it's really more so meant to facilitate just kind of the most common denominator, the widest breadth of scenarios and stuff. So, It didn't feel overbearing. It didn't really feel like. You fumbled and you did a great job at not pulling your punches, which is the important part. It would have been bad enough if the gun was jammed or if the gun just exploded, but like you almost lost your freaking hand. So I think it worked out. I think it went well.
Yeah, and I wasn't thinking, and I think that this was in character as well. When he grabbed the flame for Pablo, I wasn't thinking, damn, I have like
Yeah, that was great.
Afterwards, like, I wrapped my hands.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
alcohol-soaked rags. I mean,
yeah.
And then after I stopped holding the light for him to light the dynamite, like, damn it, I need to get this off now. I
Yeah.
can't catch you on fire.
Yeah. That was good. Cool. Awesome. So I know we typically do, when it comes to deciding the next go round as far as replacing the setting goes, typically it's the GM that does it. Whoever GMs the session replaces it. But I would like to extend the opportunity to our guest, Tablerunner Crispy, if he would like to replace Western.
Why would I replace Western? Westerns are the best.
For tradition's sake,
I would just say Weird West. Like what
Weird West.
So it's Western, but magic's involved, like a Deadlands or something.
Gotcha.
Like that.
Gotcha.
Something Weird Frontiers.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to take Western out. I'm the guy that loves Westerns.
I'm
not the only guy, obviously, but yeah.
Cool. That was easy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That'd be great. It's just like this, except now there's zombies.
Yeah.
Magic,
something else.
Ghost rocks.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that will do that. That is all from us here at the weekly Ultimate No Prep Challenge. Thank you all so much for watching. We had a couple people pop in. We had Dave the GM pop in there for a little while.
Nice.
He's gonna catch it on the replay, which we always appreciate folks who watch after the fact. I know I certainly appreciate people who post their games because I have lots of long drives for work, and I will just sit there and let them play. So.
Big Bad posted a hilarious little clip on the
Oh, did he? I'll have to check that out. But yeah, that's all from us here at Weekly No Prep. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. For folks who are watching after the fact, thank you all so much for checking out. As always, go check out all of these guys' channels. Conway, Nicolas, of course, Crispy. He's kind of he's one of the progenitors of No Prep. Lots of good stuff from him. We're actually playing in a game this upcoming Tuesday, which I'm super excited for. Kind of an odd way to get sort of the flavor, get the flavor in early, with considering my character for that. But yeah, lots of really great stuff happening in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks so much, folks, for watching. Peace and God bless. Any final words, final thoughts from you folks?
We'll see you next time.
Good.
See you next time. Awesome.